If you have a Ram 2500 or 3500 heavy duty truck, you need to watch to the end of this video. Check it out. You get a razor blade. What do you think it is?
Probably I know what it is.
Do you know?
Yeah. 2 mics.
Woo! Some Rode pod mics. So if you've been following along on Instagram, I think the last post I did was that me and Andy are starting a podcast. So we have 4 mics, so we'll be able to interview 2 people, or just kick Andy out of the way, or kick me out of the way and get 3 people in there. So yeah, Andy, you showed up. We got everything we need to start. But today, like I said in the last video, it was a scout update. I was like, hey, we'll keep it going. We'll give you something. So we're trying to hold up our end of the bargain here. I haven't really talked about this truck. I had a Ram before, full AEV build, 4-wheel camper. It's very short-lived. COVID hit. A lot of things changed in my life and with the business and what we're doing. So we got rid of that truck and we've missed it ever since. Now the needs have grown to like have something more with more tow capability, a little bit more payload. So new to me, but I'm super stoked. I'm going to be doing a lot of changes to this stuff, and you know, we'll see how much of that stuff we can document. But today I wanted to show you what we're doing, because it's one of the things that I've done on literally the Raptor. Actually prototyped this product on my last Ram, and had it in the Tacoma as well as the Gladiator. So literally the last 4 trucks I've had have had this, and I'm talking about Goose Gear rear seat deletes. So in, I think like 4 days, we're leaving for Overland Expo Mountain West in Colorado, and I didn't need to delete the full seats, although it's super nice. I wanted to try to start with just the smallest necessity for the time and then see if we need to grow into it. So I wanted to show you guys how straightforward, especially on this Ram platform, these Goose Gear seat deletes are to install. So in this case, I've already pulled the seat real quick, just in the interest of time, try to keep this one short, but I'll just show you. As you can see here in this factory pocket, this is a factory pocket. It has it on both sides. It's typically used for storage. There is a dual ARB compressor in here. I typically like to use power tanks just because they're a lot quieter, they're way faster, but this is an awesome backup to have. I recommend having at least a single compressor and a power tank if you can, because sometimes this thing will go out, the power tank will save you. Sometimes your power tank runs out, or someone on the run, or you're out on a trip, their compressor's out, or they didn't bring their power tank. So it's good to have a little bit of redundancy there when it comes to that. Let's not get too crazy off track here, but I just wanted to show you. So to remove the seat in this thing, it exposes that pocket, and I think we got a clip earlier we were doing it like a reel for Instagram, but these actually have, it's got a carpeted factory platform that has these little legs that fold out. So that when you pull all that out, you pull the seat out, that fold out thing goes with the seat. But to pull it out, it's really simple. It's just 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, and then the back of the seat has hooks that sit on the factory hooks here. And then there's a pull tab that releases it so the seats fold down when they're folded up like that in the stowed position. So it's really simple. 4 bolts to remove it, plus this one here for the hook. So I got that out. So I wanted to show you guys, now that I have the Goose Gear seat deletes built, which only took about 10 minutes, how easy it is to finish the job here. So let's throw this thing in here. All right, so like I said, it's 4 bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, no modification, full factory. Goose Gear supplies these aluminum spacers that go over your rear factory bolts. Place those in there, and then I'm gonna grab the actual seat delete. It's crazy how straightforward and how easy this is. So, pull out of the way. Just tucks back, just like that. Just line that spacer up. Boom. This gives you a utility surface and lockable storage. So it turns the back of your truck into either a lockable storage space, or if you're like me, you're gonna run like your Goal Zero with your fridge in the back of the truck. You can bolt down a fridge slide, which yes, it would cover your lockable storage, but that doesn't mean it's not actually utility. But we have I'll show you, we have a bracket too that I can bolt the Goal Zero and actually hard mount the Goal Zero 1500X straight to the panel. So that's the big thing here, is I like to have a spot for the fridge and the power source that is hard mounted and it's not just sliding around. It's not just, you know, ratchet strapped in. So what's cool about this is you have lockable storage. So in this case, I'm gonna still be able to access my compressor. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route this chuck so it's just right outside the front. So all I have to do, I don't even have to open this because my power switch is up front. All I have to do is hit the switch to turn it on, put my air hose right on the outside of the panel, and we're good. So you have lockable storage, so this is all still usable and it's lockable. So if you have camera gear, whatever, your wife's purse, any of that stuff, your vape, if you drive a Subaru, you lock up your vape, keep all the juice in there locked up. And then you still have your factory pocket that turns into lockable storage. So here was like a hitch pin, the winch controller. So all this stuff will just go right back into it. I had to pull it out, but that turns into like a nice lockable storage area. And then you'll see these brackets back here. So like I said, 4 bolts to go in. So once I put those in, I'll put in this rear panel, which snugs right up and it bolts into those brackets. So those brackets are not on the outside, they're hidden. And all you do is throw 1 bolt here, which is that factory pull tab bolt, your 2 bolts for each bracket, and literally that's it. So if you're like, hey, some family's coming into town, we need all 5 seats, all you have to do is pull these 2 bolts out on the bottom brackets, this one, pull the 4 bolts out, pull the 4 bolts out, and then you just uninstall it, just as I showed you it installs. So it's super rad. I love having this because it just offers a ton of utility. I'll see if I can find a clip from my last Ram, but what I would do on the daily when we weren't out on trips or going to expos or doing any of that, I would actually mount a fork mount for my mountain bike and road bike, and I would just run my bikes in here. These cabs are huge, so full 29er size large mountain bikes, no problem, fit inside the cab of these things this way. So if you need to do it stealth, or if I go on a solo trip and I don't want bikes on the outside, this is like just endless possibilities for interior storage that's lockable, safe, pull into a gas station, don't have to worry about locking my bikes or just even worrying about it. They're just in the cab. So as you can see, I'm sweating like a pig. It's super hot and we have the fan off because it's going to be super loud. So let's cut to some buttery B-roll of me just finishing up this install, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Got this bottom piece in, just make sure everything's snug down, throw the panel in, and then we can turn the fan back on and get back to not looking like a fat pig. Well, that's not gonna happen actually. I'm kind of in that reality. I think that's one of the podcast.
Do you guys have any photos of like this shop where it's like absolute shit show?
You're looking at it, man. We can just do some right now.
Like just like tires and half mutilated trucks everywhere. I need a photo of that.
4 bolts for the base plate, 5 bolts for the back wall, and that's it. So if you need to revert back to your stock seat, all you got to do is pull the 4 bolts, pull the 5 on the back, pull it out, put it in storage, throw your seat back in, and you're rolling. Way easier than on the Raptor. The Raptor has like a bunch of bracketry and amps, the sub, all this stuff that pretty much has nowhere to go. So that was a little bit more of a involved install, but this thing's so easy. And because it's engineered for this vehicle, as you can see, like this door pocket and everything, it's not just flat, they actually it has like an inset here, and it's actually recessed, so when you shut your door, everything fits nice and snug. And then when you have stuff on the panel, you're not just getting stuff spilling down into the door pocket here. So it's just really nice. It's really nice, clean infill panel here. So everything that's inside that won't go out that way or out this way. So it's super nice. And if you're curious on what the Goose Gear are made out of, well, like I said before, when I was just rambling and I didn't know Andy was filming, Goose Gear has worked with Linux, and they have a proprietary coating. So it's a really fine, premium, lightweight, and light textured coating, just like a truck bed liner. So it seals in that premium wood that they CNC cut and make these panels. They make drawer systems, which I'm gonna do a drawer in this. And they also make full interior build outs for like Alu-cab campers, vagabond campers. I believe they're working on one that's kind of a universal kit. So if you have like a camper shell or a GFC, it's something that like anything that mounts like a topper, they're gonna have a system for that. They're super rad, super local company, small. Been rolling with them since day one. So pretty much every time we have necessity for a plate, drawers, and seat deletes, we go with Goose Gear, so highly recommended. I know this one's kind of like random and off the cuff, but like I said, if we keep these going, we're just kind of sharing day-to-day, kind of like daily transmission of what we're doing here. I think it'll be easier to kind of continue that. So if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer, drop you links. I'll put links to Goose Gear and this product specifically, but you know, that's such a quick rundown on doing a 40% Goose Gear rear seat deletes. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support. If you know somebody who'd like this video, make sure you share it, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. It's helpful just for us to know if the content we're making and the stuff we're sharing is valuable to you guys. So if it's not, let us know in the comments. Like I said, if it's rad, thumbs up, do all that stuff. We'll catch you on the next one. I got a new truck. I got new wheels. I got new headlights. I got big wheels. I got a new grill. You ever get out of the shower and you just... So this is coated with the proprietary Linux product that Goose Gear has worked up. Limited edition. Limited edition. Dude, this thing's so easy to install. It's like they engineered it for the vehicle, specifically around each trim. That's another thing to note. So like this is the 40% you're filming. Yeah. This is the 40% delete. Where'd you find that? Sausage.